Hi, my name is Barrie Crampton. Welcome to another episode of Straight Out of Crampton. I still can't get used to saying that. Just a note, somebody's put in the comments that I've culturally appropriated that and I'm a bigot. I'm not. Let's move past that. Our old friend Newt, really nice, well-balanced person. He's obviously a big EV fan, but not really a Jaguar Land Rover fan by the look of it. Good old JLR. Only company that could build an EV that isn't reliable, or any more so than the fossil crap they make, or that they can recall and fix. Instead, these Jaguar iPace at my local car scrapyard, Charles Trent, recalled, refunded, and now to be recycled. Some like confused emoji face. Are the batteries in them? Well, I mean, let's just have a look at that. I just went through he's saying they build crap. I just went through their MOTs that I could see the registrations of. No problems at all. No problems on the MOT at all. So they are reliable. We've sold loads of Jaguar Land Rovers, and I can tell you that they are probably more reliable. In our experience, they're probably more reliable than Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and certainly BMW. A lot more reliable. We have very few problems with them at all. And the problems we do get are usually easy to fix. I've had two of these Jaguar iPaces. They're beautiful to drive. Weren't they European Car of the Year or something? I remember everybody was lauding over them, and they've got some like 230 mile range, and you know it was way more than everybody else. Great car. As I say, the two I had, I loved, and we sold them very quickly. So thanks very much to Newt. You know, it's a bit. He's a bit of a fud, isn't he? You know. He's an EV hater. I don't like him for that. He's a big EV hater. He's even had a reply off Johnny Smith here, the Late Break Show. They're pretty reliable, and we're far better than many other EVs on sale. Johnny's doing his Officer Crabtree out of a low impersonation. I do it myself all the time. Johnny's just come under fire for some of his EV. I keep bringing up that our Motoring Press seem to be always blowing sunshine up Chinese EVs' exhaust pipes, and I find it absolutely disgraceful. I think it's disgusting. It wouldn't be so bad if there was a good reason for it, or a proven reason, but they just didn't. Anyway. Sadly, they weren't refined and left to die out in favour of more trad LR products. The iPace was probably the most reliable JLR product on sale. Well, they did have the problems. They've had the problems with charging sockets. The one we sold, the very next day, he rang up to say it wouldn't charge. And so the first thing I did was Google Jaguar iPace not charging problems, and it came up with the actual charging box, and it was about £5,000. Having said that, it wasn't the fault of the car. It was actually the charger that the guy was going to. He found a decent charger. It's been no problems ever since. So Newt here, he's changed his tune. Agree. A working iPace is a lovely thing, even now. So a couple of minutes ago, Jaguar Land changes his tune a bit, doesn't he? Surely there's a better answer than scrapping them. And then he will be an utter nightmare. He's an expert on how big motor manufacturers work now, will be an utter nightmare. However, I guess Jag just decided it's easier to refund and recycle. Well, it gets to a point, as I pointed out a few weeks ago, there was a Porsche and the car was worth 56, I think it was for sale for 56,995, and there was a warranty bill with it for like 55 grand or something. It just had a new battery. That should have been, you know, the people at Porsche should have done what Jaguar have done. If Jaguar have decided to do this, they've, you know, pulled the plaster off, done it. Good on Jaguar. Honestly, just all sycophants. EVs are good for the environment, yes, and air quality. Yes, so much better in that you can recycle them, and the batteries, unlike all that fuel that's burnt and vented as poison into the atmosphere. Oh look, then somebody sent this to me, because EV Newt, if I go on EV Newt, Newt7215 has blocked you. Thank you. He keeps putting tweets out about me, but he's blocked me so I can't see them, so he keeps having a little nibble. Here you go. So Peter's sent me this tweet. EV Newt. Christ, don't summon that lying nutjob crank. Lying nutjob crank. This is not an anti-EV post. It seems like it. It's about Jaguar Land Rover being hopeless, and LG Chem need to shoulder some of the blame. Now, Jaguar Land Rover aren't hopeless, are they? They make, you look at Range Rovers, you look at any programme or from anywhere in the world, if there's somebody important in that programme, they're in a Range Rover. So they're not hopeless. All their cars, especially the fossil fuel stuff, are a nightmare regarding reliability and ease of repair. The diesel stuff sets fire to itself for fun. Just hopeless, and hence they are no longer selling any new cars. They're no longer, all right, okay. No longer selling that. What am I? I'm a lying nutjob crank. As with classic cars, some manufacturers make great cars, others make average cars, and some make crap ones. Some manufacturers have given up. Jag is one of them. In this instance, Jag can't be asked to repair stuff. Parts availability is dire, as is their dealer network and level of tech training. It's not. None of that is true. Absolutely none of that's true. If I want a part from Jaguar, it'll be here the next day. In fact, they have a parts container come about 7 o'clock in the morning. By 9 o'clock, you can go and get your part. So all that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm starting to think he's a lying nutjob crank myself. I mean, what is it with these gifts with these people? I mean, look at that. But I did reply. Thank you. Sadly, EV Newt is not a very nice person, as you can see by his reply. I'm just trying to correct the EV misinformation. And then I had a bit of a laugh at lying nutjob crank. I thought it was funny. It's also funny if you just go, if you look at media and then look at his media, I mean, it's embarrassing. That's a grown man's. Well, I'm assuming he's a grown man. He might, for all I know, he could be a kid. Who knows? But anyway, so that was it. That was the thing with the Jaguar iPace. So a couple of days before, I just happened to be looking through BCA. There's half a dozen EVs there, all non-runners. And then when you have a look, BMW i3, battery removed, non-runner, will not start. NR, battery removed, wiring, NR, and fuses tampered with. NR sold with all its faults. 2015. So it's just about 10 years old. Then we go on to the next one. A Citroen EC4, 3,000 miles warranted. It's a grade 1. It's a non-runner. So 31st of 5th, 2022. It's had 4 owners. So no doubt all them lot have tried to sort it out. You go down to the bottom, non-runner, missing parts from, NR electronic motor, NR may have other issues, NR sold with all its faults, no guarantee on any faults, so it's only guaranteed to have faults. But that's 3,000 miles. Why is that not being fixed under warranty? You know, what's the score? We once bought a Vauxhall Belmont back from a customer, a guy called Mr. Hesmondhalgh, and he used to buy a new car every year. And 69 miles an hour, this car used to make this weird sound. It was like, you know when you're a kid and you get a leaf and you turn it over and you blow through it and it goes like a kazoo. It just made a slight noise like that, 69 miles an hour. And Mr. Hesmondhalgh couldn't stand it. We had it in the garage time and time again and couldn't find it. You know, the mechanics were out in it trying to find it. We had somebody down from Vauxhall. He sat in the car. We took it out. He didn't know what it was. So he said, right, buy it back from the customer, you know, give it back. And then we bought it. I took it for a drive, revved it up in the workshop, and I decided the noise was coming from the manifold. Took the manifold off. There was 2 pieces of welding, you know, the arc welding, the wire. There was 2 pieces inside that had, where they'd welded the flange on, 2 pieces had gone through and then burnt off. So inside, it was like a reed, and you got to a certain speed and this reed would vibrate and start playing this tune. Inside, snip, snip, off, car right as rain. But they bought it back because it was too much aggravation to try and fix. And part of buying it back was the warranty was null and void. You could buy it back at a cheap price, no more warranty work, and I think they stamped something on the chassis plate so that anybody who bought it would know. So I'm assuming that could have happened with this. Let's just go to the next one. Oh, Jaguar I-Pace EV400 black, 71 plate. First registered the 2nd of the 12th, 2021. Not exactly a New Year's EV, but getting very close. Getting the figures up there. They've just registered, I think we're up to something like 222 Jaguar I-Paces, discounted Jaguar I-Paces now on Auto Trader. Baz, don't guess, look. Electric cars, and look at this, 31,072. So we're over the 31,000 electric cars now, going up day by day now, increasing like crazy. Make and model. There's 1,194 I-Paces on here. Are they all time bombs? Search 1,194. Now we go to year. We go to 2025. 232 delivery mileage, heavily discounted Jaguars on there. There was 72 a couple of weeks ago. Then it went up to 150. Now it's 232, 32 grand off, 32,651 off. There we go, fuel type. What I want is, that's on relevance. If we go to most recent, search, there we go. Here's the latest ones, look. Just arrived, just arrived, just arrived, just arrived. We're not quite ready yet, we're not quite ready yet, we're not quite ready yet. Just arrived, just arrived. Arriving shortly, we're not quite ready, arriving shortly. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Vehicle in stock, images coming soon. We're not quite ready yet. We're not quite ready yet, we're not quite ready yet. placeholders should not be allowed. Look at that, what a vehicle in stock. Pictures of the garage outside. A vehicle in stock, the images coming soon. All them, look. Just all them. What a disgrace. So anyway, thanks to EV Newt for breaking that story about the Jaguars being scrapped. He's, you know, what can I say? He's coming over to the dark side, I think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.